Hey folks, welcome to the channel. Hope things are going well in your neck of the woods. I'm Don, this is Rockin' the Country. I'm doing a gift request today. Zach Barber, shout out to you. Thank you, my friend, for this. It's Reba's The Fear of Being Alone. I don't think I know this song. And you said, yeah, okay, because you made another gift request that I'd already done to a song of Reba's that was from 1987. You said we're now going to jump from 1987 to 1996, and you were surprised that this song only went to number 2. So it's got to be nice for an artist to have a song that only went to number 2. 99.9999% of artists never have one that get to number 2, or even in the top 10. Rita's had a gazillion number 1s, so let's see why you're surprised that this only got to number 2. Being alone is a common fear among people.
We ordered up one more bottle of wine. You told me your story and I thought about mine. You said when you lost her, you lost everything. It all started having a familiar ring.
Interesting instrumentation.
So I ask you to take me someplace quiet. We wound up at the river for the rest of the night. Somewhere around the break of day, I could hear it coming from a mile away. So don't say that word, not the one. We both heard too much. You may think you do, but you don't. It's just the fear of being alone.
Crap, that hits close to home, doesn't it? Anybody who's been through a divorce can relate to this.
'Cause reckless hearts can clear a path wider than a hurricane's aftermath. We both traveled down that road where in the name of love anything goes. So don't say that word, not the one. We both heard too much. You may think you do, but you don't. It's just the fear of being alone.
Not necessarily, Reba.
In the night, with no one to hold you and tell you everything's gonna be alright. I must admit, it's been fun, but that's no reason to jump the gun. If this is real, time will tell. So let me bite my tongue and remind myself. Don't say that word, not the one. We both heard too much. You may think you do, but you don't. It's just the fear of being alone.
You know, on that, timing is really important. This is right in my wheelhouse because with my personal coaching or my life coaching practice, this comes up. And it's, well, first, you don't want to carry baggage into your next relationship, all right? So anytime a relationship's gone wrong, you want to take some time to process what you yourself contributed to the breakdown in the relationship. There are things you did that you may not have known that were, you weren't paying attention to or whatever. And then you want to see where the other person did too. You kind of want to understand how it broke down, and you need time for that. So I do understand what Reba and the songwriter, whoever wrote it, I'm not sure, I don't look that up. But yeah, you know, what's being imparted here in this song is you got to take your time, right? That isn't what was said, but you've got to take your time before you think you're in love again. Because sort of when your heart's been broken and you haven't taken the time to assess things, you may think you're in love again, but you just don't want to be alone. That's what happens initially after a breakup. People call them rebound relationships and such, and those don't usually work out. But there comes a time though where if you've processed it well enough, you really are in love. And love, it's a risk. Any relationship is a risk. Any relationship is a risk. We know that. That's why when it works, it's so beautiful. But the fear of being alone is real. And I don't know if that applies more to women than to men. I don't think so. I just think we human beings are wired to be with somebody socially. We're wired to have friends. We're wired to want to be among other people for the most part. There are some hardcore loners out there, but they're very rare. Most people want to have at least a friend or a mate or a family, like all of these things, the social network. So the notion that you're not in love, you just don't want to be alone, that's not true in all cases, as we know. In fact, in most cases, it's not. You might actually be in love, but you might start doing those annoying things again that caused your first relationship to break up or the first marriage to break up. So then it is, all right, what am I doing? How am I getting in the way of a relationship going well? Where am I being impatient? Where am I being judgmental? Where am I being a jackass? It's me, oh Lord, type of thing. And that's my orientation. When something's not going well and, in a relationship, I'm like, all right, what did I do? It used to be when I was younger, it was more a combination of, well, you're doing this to annoy me. And then, she would say, well, you're this way. Instead of, if we back up, a really healthy way of approaching this, all right, what did I do? All right, that's more validating of the other person. And if you get into that mindset, where you're not making excuses for the other person, but you're really trying to assess as best as you can, all right, what did I say that didn't work how could what I said, for example, been misunderstood by the other one? And then have a bit of compassion to, step yourself back from being upset if that's your inclination. Anyway, this type of song, yeah, I mean, I don't know if this was written to be a crossover. A lot of Reba's songs, though, could have found its way into more popular radio, if you will, and it did. But even though she's got that country voice, this is a type of song that a lot of people would have listened to. I could see women listening to this and it resonating with them a lot more than us guys, because we tend to be a little bit less sensitive to lyrics like this. I hear it just because I do. It's also my line of work. So about life coaching. But Zach, that was a good one. That was a good one, my friend. I like that. I'm going to rate this one, even though I didn't fully agree with that. It's, you're just afraid of being alone. That's why you want to say I love you. If saying I love you too quickly can be a problem, but it also depends on your age and how far along in life you are. You tend to understand things better the older you get. Not always. Sometimes people just become clueless the older they get, or set in their ways. But if you're thinking and have a bit of a conscience and all this stuff, you tend to be wiser as you get older. Even though I don't fully agree with this song, I did like the song. And Reba's voice and just Reba is just Reba. She doesn't even need McEntire. It's just Reba. I'm coming in, gosh, this surprises me, with a 9.2. Look how it got me going. It got me talking, thinking, all that kind of stuff. That plays into how much I like a song. If it gets me thinking, I don't have to agree with it, but I agree with some of it. I'll tell you that much. The first year after a divorce, you should not be out there dating much, as lonely as you are. There you go, folks. You can thank Zach Barber for that one, and because he made the gift for this song. Thanks, Zach. Okay, folks, have a great day. I'll see you on another video. Be patient and keep rocking the country.